All right. Well,
to
I was gonna do it.
nah we can do it together.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Welcome
Oh my.
to-
All right. Just do it.
Well, last time you tried to do it, you
Just do it.
sucked at it. All right, good start. Welcome to the Sibling Rivalry MMA Podcast. Today we are going to be reviewing UFC 239 and talking about future matchups for John Jones, Jorge Masvidal, and Amanda Nunes.
Well, shit. I look like an idiot after last week's picks, but what a night of fights.
I think pretty much everyone looks like an idiot after. No, Paul actually went 4-1 on his picks.
Well, not on his bets.
Not on his bets, yeah, but his picks he actually killed it. I think he only missed Rockhold Blachowicz. Everybody on our thing did.
Yep. Lost a little bit of money on parlays, but yeah, as far as the picks I actually made for this, losing a little bit of credibility right off at week one.
Yeah, overall from the last two cards, you have a losing record now.
Yeah. I mean, I knew better than to actually pick Diego. That was kind of just for fun, but it's going to be a blemish on the record.
I'm about to pull up your record because it's not good.
Well, you don't have to pull it up.
I'm going to pull it up.
I think if you want to see it, you can follow us at Rivalry MMA.
No, I'll pull it up. You're 5-8.
Okay. Well, that's just what it's going to be for now. I'm losing to the fan vote.
You're losing to the Twitter fan vote. Yeah, they're 6-7. You're 5-8.
Well,
I'm 8-6. Fleet's 8-6, and Paul's 9-5 because he went 4-1 this week.
yeah. Well, whatever. Let's just get into the recap then. We don't need to spend any more time on that.
All right.
You want to start top and go down?
Might as well. John Jones versus Thiago Santos.
Yep.
First thing I want to say is I was thinking about this today. I feel like nobody really cares. Like that was probably the closest fight he's been in, and when like that happened with Jones and Gustafsson, everyone was talking about it, going crazy, wanting a rematch. I feel like nobody really cares about this. Like they're just like, oh well.
I mean, that's probably because the Gustafsson fight was more exciting. But I mean, this fight was really interesting to me. Some other people we watched it with were complaining about it after saying it was a boring fight, but it had my attention the whole time. I was really impressed with Thiago. He fought pretty much the whole fight injured. I'm not sure. I don't know if anybody's actually announced what the injury was, but was it the first or second round when he threw that kick and got checked? And I think that's where it really started.
It was second round.
Second round.
Early second round, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean he really fought through it and still looked good the rest of the fight, but it definitely hindered his performance. But who knows? Maybe this is gonna sound crazy, but maybe that is part of what kept it close, in a weird way, because
he didn't get overconfident.
Yeah, he stayed reserved, and I mean this is something that I was talking about today and thinking about is Jones seems like one of those guys that, after watching his last few fights, it seems like he's one of those guys that just plays to his opponent's output. Like if you're gonna be reserved, he's going to be reserved. If you pick it up, he's going to pick it up, and he's just going to do what he has to do to win. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, on the feet, it's not like he's a knockout guy, and he's not a guy that stands in the pocket and trades anyway. He stands on the outside and kicks.
Yeah.
So, like, he was afraid to really engage with him, so it wasn't like he was going to hurt him. So that's kind of how the fight had to be. But Santos was able to get in, just land some good leg kicks, and every once in a while he blitz in and land shots.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why people thought he won a lot of rounds, because he landed the bigger shots. But he got outstruck pretty badly. We can go round by round. I rewatched it because when we watched it live, I thought Jones won every round. I realized that a few of them were close. I didn't think Santos was landing any shots when he was blitzing in, and I mean the whole time Jones was moving forward. Like Santos was backing up the whole fight. But after rewatching it, Santos definitely won round one. Like early he threw a leg kick,
absolutely,
and moved him with it. He landed
that
some
leg
good
kick
shots.
he landed the first round. I mean, you could see when he landed it, it's like Jones' whole leg vibrated. Like,
yeah, he almost
definitely
fell down
did some damage.
And then he was landing more shots in the blitzes than I thought, and he knocked his mouthpiece out once. So Santos definitely won that round.
Was that the first round that he knocked his mouthpiece out?
Yeah. Outside of that, though, I mean, you could argue Jones won every round. Round two was close, but I gave it to Jones. Neither of them really did a lot, but Jones moved forward the entire time, and that's the round that Santos hurt his leg. So, I mean, if you're going off, Jones landed the more strikes, he moved forward, and Santos got damage put on him kind of by himself. But Jones did knock him down in that round too. He threw a head kick and it hit him in the chest, and he fell because he was off balance. But
a lot of the times that Santos went down, I think. I mean, not. I don't remember if it was all of them, but a lot of them, like one where he definitely dropped him
in the third. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them he went down. I think he was off balance, or he just I don't know.
His leg too. I mean, he might have tried to dodge the head kick and his leg gave out.
Yeah, so there was a few there where it wasn't as bad as it might have looked, but second round was really close. I think that when I watched it, I might have edged it to Thiago, but I don't know. It was a really close one.
Yeah, I agree. That's if well, actually, I'm going to mention this later, or I'll mention it now. So what most people think and what I think are the rounds that these guys won. The judges that scored it actually fucked it up really bad once the scorecards came out. They gave Santos round 4.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Which is not the round to give him. And then they all gave Jones round 5. The two of them gave
Santos.
the
fourth to Santos.
Yeah, and then all of them gave Jones 5. So round 3. This was Jones' best round. He kind of beat the shit out of him. He just moved forward, and he was landing kicks to the body, kicks to the head, kicks to the leg, and then he dropped him with an elbow, and that was like the only legit drop in the fight. Santos blitzed in. John caught him with the elbow. Then he threw a flying knee, and then he threw a spinning elbow and cut him. Mm-hmm. So that one was definitely John's round. So I, at this point, have it 2-1 John. You have it 2-1 Santos, maybe.
Yeah, I knew after the third round it was going to be 2-1, and I just didn't know who for.
And then 4, I thought John definitely won. I didn't see anybody besides the 2 judges give it to Santos. Neither of them really did a lot, but Jones did have a decent. He blitzed in and landed some shots, and he was picking them apart for the most part. So yeah, I mean,
yeah,
not a lot happened, but Jones got it in most people's eyes. And then 5 was a really close one. I gave it to Jones. Actually, no, I gave it to Santos.
You gave 5 to.
But I could see either way. This is the one that when I was taking notes, I was like, I think in my mind I kind of thought John might have won it, but Santos definitely landed the harder shots. They didn't really do a lot in this one either, but the thing that I thought made it close was John checked a leg kick and fucked up Santos's leg.
Yeah, those checks were big.
So, I mean, personally, I don't think Santos won the fight after rewatching it either. I think John won, but I wouldn't really argue it either way.
Maybe I need to go back and rewatch it because, I mean, I gave it to Jones, but more people on, like a lot of fighters on Twitter were giving it to Thiago, and I'm saying that I thought Santos got round 2, and you're saying you think he got round 5, and they were both close rounds. I mean, it's not like it was the most eventful fight, but it was a close one. And yeah, I really just think Jones, he's like one of those wrestlers that's really good, but he only beats everybody he wrestles, no matter who it is, by 2 points. You know.
I got in an argument with Fleet, one of our friends that does the predictions with us, on Twitter today about some. I tweeted out on the Sibling Rivalry account, and I wasn't saying this is true. I was just asking what people thought. If they think it's a coincidence that the 2 fights in the last 5 years that John Jones hasn't failed a drug test, is this one an OSP, the 2 that he looked really, really bad in? Or if it was just maybe John didn't do enough.
Yeah, I don't think he looked bad, though. He just did enough. He didn't do anything. You know,
it was similar to the OSP fight. He didn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, he just did enough to win and didn't... I mean, he just... I don't know. I wouldn't say it was an uninspired fight, or maybe you could say that. But, yeah, I mean, he just did enough to win.
Some people were... But a couple people replied this to me, like, that I'm taking away from Santos's fight, and Santos fought fine, but looking at the numbers and the fight, like, John just didn't do anything. Like, John threw 90 punches and landed 59. Santos threw 166 and landed 43. So, like, that just shows me that Santos is just swinging a lot and missing, and John just didn't do anything. He threw almost half as many punches as Santos did.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think anybody was expecting a whole lot from Thiago in this fight, but after watching the fight, honestly, I would like to see them fight again eventually with Thiago. You know, I mean, it sucked. He got hurt early in the fight. I don't know. I mean, that was part of the fight, but it'd be cool to see them both fight again eventually. I mean, it's not going to be an immediate rematch or anything, but if he keeps winning, I know he's going to be out for the rest of the year, and it looks like Jones...
Probably for a while if he tore his ACL.
well, at least the rest of the year, and it looks like Jones might possibly have a 6-month suspension. And but anyway, he was talking about coming back in December.
Yeah, they're not going to rush this division. There's really nothing to rush. They don't have a clear number one contender. This would actually be a great time to have Reyes and Corey Anderson and Blachowicz and those dudes all fight each other. Johnny Walker. Mm-hmm. They could all fight each other, and whoever has the best performance could fight Jones for the belt, maybe.
Well, I mean, he wants to fight again in December, so I mean, if that gives them enough time to fight one more time and then fight him then, but I don't know.
It's only July.
Yeah, true. I don't know.
And some of those guys haven't, like Corey hasn't fought in a while. Mm-hmm. Blachowicz just fought, but he didn't take any damage. Reyes hasn't fought in a while either. His last fight was Vulcan, and that was a while ago.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks like most people are saying Reyes, but yeah, I'd like to see. Yeah, I don't necessarily see why he would get it.
And this isn't even a bias for Corey because I wouldn't. I mean, I'd rather Blachowicz get the fight over Reyes. Reyes' last win was against Vulcan in March, and most people thought Vulcan won that fight.
Yeah.
And then his one before that was against OSP, and OSP has been losing to everybody, and then he doesn't really have any notable wins besides that. I'm going to look up Blachowicz real fast, see how he's been doing, because I know he hasn't lost in a while.
Oh, no, I guess I don't have it.
So Jan lost to Corey Anderson, Jimmy Manuel in 2015, lost to Gustafson in 16, then he lost to Cummins.
Yeah.
He beat Devin Clark. He beat Jared Cannonier. He beat Jimmy Manuwa. He beat Nikity Krylov. He lost to Thiago Santos and then beat Rockhold. Yeah, why would he get a title shot? He lost his last fight.
Yeah,
before Rockhold.
And he's lost to. He got dominated by Corey, and Corey beat.
He got smoked by.
Corey dominated Patrick Cummins also. So.
Yeah, and he got smoked by Gus, too.
And Johnny Walker, I mean, he just hasn't.
Yeah, Johnny Walker,
the best guys yet.
He beat Serkinov, who's good, but Serkinov lost to Glover, and then you got Corey, who nobody's talking about. Let's pull his up. I know his last 3 wins, but I'm not sure about when his losses came about exactly. So he beat Latifi, who everybody was super high on. If Latifi would have won that, he would have got the next title fight. He beat Glover, and a lot of people think Glover's on the down, but he's still doing well. Mm-hmm. He beat Cummins. And then before that, he lost to OSP. That was in 2017, though.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
I don't know.
Nobody's on a great thing. But, I mean, if you look at the guys that he beat, Glover, since he lost to Corey, he's won his last 2, and the fight before Corey, he beat Serkinov. Yeah. So, I mean, he's 3-4. Or 3-1 his last 4.
I think that they all could, all of them could maybe win one more fight before making a clear decision for a title fight. I mean...
I think
nobody's really sticking. I mean, like I said, he's just working his way through everybody, and I mean, he's got to fight somebody. So, I mean, yeah.
I think they should do Corey versus Dominic Reyes for the number
one
contender fight.
I would like to see that.
Blachowicz I wasn't that impressed with what we just looked at. Or, I mean, Anthony Smith is up there too still, actually.
Yeah, I'd like to see maybe one of those guys fight Anthony Smith, and then one of those guys fight Anthony Smith, and then the other 2 fight each other.
I'll say keep Johnny Walker out of it. And
have
Corey fight Anthony Smith and Blachowicz fight Reyes.
Maybe Johnny Walker could fight somebody else in the top 10 now.
Johnny Walker could fight Rocket or whatever, Alexander Rochik, the dude that just knocked out Jimmy. That'd be a great fight.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Latifi needs a fight too. I mean, Latifi could fight Santos when he comes back.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff in that division.
Yeah, this division is actually getting pretty damn exciting again. The names just aren't that big because people don't care because they don't think
anybody can beat Jones.
But I mean... I wasn't the Jones that fought last night. Like,
I still think it's what I'm saying. I think he just matches his opponent, and he just does what he has to do to win. If he needs to get a finish, he will. If he just has to play it safe, he will.
So I mean, would the game plan be almost to just not engage him?
This is kind of what I was thinking. And I mean, what do I know? But I mean, like I said, he matches his opponent. It's almost like maybe a good style against him would be to just kind of lure him into a slower fight, and then, I mean, as long as you got the gas tank, go at him more towards the end, or just, you got to surprise him.
I mean, Santos lured him in the whole fight. He just backed up to the cage and then he blitzed.
Yeah.
Which,
Look, nobody has the game plan to beat him. Obviously, I'm just throwing something out there.
I mean, that was the closest it's been though, just keeping it a boring fight, and nobody got hurt except Santos hurt himself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Jones hurt him. I mean, checking a leg kick is a legitimate.
Yeah, but when he hurt his leg, he didn't check it. Like the original time he hurt his leg.
Yeah.
He didn't he kicked bad and didn't step off on his kick, and he just twisted and his ankle stood still, pointing forward, and he popped his knee, I think.
Let's move on. Let's go to Nunes and Holly Holm. Holy shit.
Yeah, Nunes is the first person, or I guess first person isn't the thing to say, but she has beaten every single women's bantamweight and featherweight champion.
Yeah, in devastating fashion.
Yes, all finishes. I'm not sure about Jermaine Duraname because that was a long time, but I think the rest are finishes, and she has a win over the current women's flyweight champion.
Yep. Yeah, she's amazing. I mean, I picked her to win the fight, and I picked Jones, so there's two that I got right at least. But
you picked the two biggest favorites on the card and got them.
Well, I mean, give me something here. But I remember last week I said all Nunes needs to do is stay in tight and not get kicked in the head. And
hey, news: Thiago Santos tore ACL, MCL, PCL, and meniscus.
What the fuck? Are you serious? Where's that from?
Mark Raymond, I know the guy's legit.
Yeah,
it's on ESPN.
Dude, what a badass then! Because how the fuck did he even finish that fight?
Adrenaline? I don't know.
That is insane.
That's absolutely.
Yeah, even more respect to him. Holy shit! What? That's oh man, I feel bad for him.
Okay, well, whatever you said earlier about that might being good for it, that might have helped him somehow. Nope.
Well,
no way.
I didn't mean it. You know how I meant it.
I know, but now, fuck, man.
Wow, what a badass.
They damn near have to run that back once he's healthy now. After that,
I mean, that's gonna
be
a while.
Yeah, and then there will be 5 new contenders.
Yeah. Oh man.
All
Poor
right,
guy.
Back to Nunes.
Fuck. Yeah. So anyway, I was saying last week, Nunes just needs to not get kicked on the head. Looks like Holly should have been worried about that because holy shit.
Nunes never throws head kicks either.
Yeah. I mean, first round, it was kind of just a feeling out process for the most part. They were kind of throwing leg kicks, and Holly was working the jab a little bit. I mean,
nothing really
bam,
happened.
Yeah. That was crazy.
So, then, the next fight for Nunes, I assume, will be the winner of Duraname versus Aspen Ladd next week.
No, I think she's gonna, assuming Cyborg. Yeah, they were talking about that, and I mean that's what everybody would want to see anyway.
I don't mind that.
Cyborg has a fight. Is it? When's she fighting?
She's on the Holloway Edgar card, which is pretty soon.
July 13th. Is that right?
No, that's this
weekend.
Let me look it up. Max Holloway versus Frankie. That's the next numbered card.
Yeah.
I'm not sure when it is.
So assuming Cyborg just beats the shit.
July 27th is that card.
Yeah, I mean I would love to see Nunes and Cyborg fight again.
I know, but I mean Duraname has a good argument. She hasn't lost.
I don't want to hear anything about her.
She's fought since the Cyborg fight now.
Yeah, but I mean,
her last loss was to Amanda Nunes in 2013.
Yeah.
And since then, she's won a few fights, including Holly Holm and Raquel Pennington.
Yeah.
So if she'd been Aspen Ladd, because Cyborg, this is Cyborg's last fight in the contract, and she said she's going to test for agency.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't happen, she's probably going to fight the winner of Duraname and Aspen Ladd.
Well, I hope it's going to be Cyborg and Nunes. That's what I want to see, and I mean, yeah, I think that's what everybody wants to see.
I mean, at this point, it doesn't even matter. Nunes is probably going to smoke.
I mean, what if Cyborg leaves? I mean, are they just gonna? I mean, what's the point of the 145 division?
Might as well
she's literally the only reason that there is a division.
They don't even have rankings on the website for that division.
Because it's just 135, except they move up.
They had Cyborg, Megan Anderson. And then Megan Anderson just lost her last fight to somebody, but that's 3 people.
Who did she fight?
I've never
watched
heard of the
girl.
girl. I remember watching it, but
I can't think of it either.
I'm about to look, but either way, that's 3 people. She lost to Felicia Spencer.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So
But yeah, not a whole lot to say about the fight. It was just amazing. I mean, she's beat every great woman fighter in the history of the UFC.
It's going to take a lot for her to get overthrown as the best. I want to see maybe her and Valentina again eventually.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see that fight because Valentina is an
good.
animal.
Valentina, I mean, she might be better than Nunes, or at least as good, because she's just way smaller than Nunes.
Yeah.
And still, a lot of people think she won that fight.
I mean, Shevchenko doesn't have any competition at 125, I don't think.
No, I mean, she's about to fight Liz Carmouche.
She's going to beat the shit out of her. Yeah. So, yeah, it'd be cool to see her and Nunes fight again. I mean, yeah.
Nunes still has people in that weight. Like, Caitlin Vera is probably going to fight for the belt at some point. But besides that, I mean, yeah. Between Duranime, Vera, and Ladd, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I just say about that. She's amazing. It was awesome. Honestly, watching it, I was a little distracted because I was so depressed from the fight before that. So, I mean, it was cool to see, but I was really, really upset. Masvidal and Ben Askren. And I like Masvidal, but, you know, Ben Askren, I've been a big fan, you know, ever since he was wrestling, so... Fuck, man. Really less than 5 seconds.
Yeah, like 3 seconds.
I mean...
First thing.
Oh, God.
I mean, there's nothing really to break down.
I have a lot to say, though.
He tried to do a snatch single, I assume, and just got kneed in the head.
Yeah, I mean... That was dumb. I mean, you can't take anything away from Jorge. He did great. I mean, that is exactly what you should do against somebody like Ben Askren.
I'm surprised he didn't know that was coming. Like, if I was Ben Askren and I shoot at the beginning of every fight, I would assume, like...
And it was like...
That's what he's gonna do.
He just, like... It's like... Oh my God, I'm upset.
Yeah.
It's like he just bowed.
Yeah.
It's like the shot... I mean, he just leaned over.
He was saying in an interview with Helwani today that that's what he does every fight, but it's definitely not. Because when he fought Robbie, he shot a double from the start, and your head's on the opposite side of your lead leg on that. So he wouldn't have got hit with that knee if he shot double.
Yeah, I think he was going. Yeah, it looked like he was going for a head outside single.
Yeah, and just got smoked.
Yeah, I mean Jorge landed that perfectly, got the extra shots in at the end, which whatever. I'm not mad at him.
No, you can't get mad. They weren't even that bad. He landed 2, but I mean
they were hard.
Yeah, but everyone does that.
Yeah, and I mean he felt disrespected and. I mean, I wasn't mad when Dan Henderson did it to Michael Bisping, so I can't be mad about this, you know. No. But yeah, I mean, it was good game plan by Jorge, bad by Ben.
Who does Ben fight now?
Well,
he's still fighting.
Yeah, I mean, what sucks is like immediately people jumping off the bandwagon, talking shit about him, saying he's not good enough to be in the UFC. I mean, that's ridiculous. Anybody can get knocked out, you know?
Yeah, he got hit once.
I don't think it was lucky. I mean, he did the right thing, but, I mean...
No, it's just good gameplay.
Yeah, but it could happen to anybody, you know?
It was going to happen to Ben eventually if he kept fighting like that, though. If he comes out and shoots first thing every fight.
Yeah, and I mean, hopefully next time he doesn't just go straight for it, you know? You gotta set it up. I mean, even in wrestling, you gotta set your shots up, you know? I mean, so... But yeah, he's not done. I mean, people are acting like he's not good. I mean, it just happened. He's obviously a good fighter. He just, you know, he's gonna have to.
He's got to get some striking now. Like
yeah.
Some. I thought that from the start. He's never going to be the champ until he learns how to punch a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to take Usman down and lay on him. He's definitely not going to take
not
Usman
like
down.
that.
He's not going to take Usman down at all if he can't set it up and strike.
Yeah. But.
Damn near
so who's next?
Oh, I wanted to look at this weight a little bit though.
Okay.
Who is Askren going to fight next? Loser of Colby Robbie?
Yeah, that's what. So I was thinking that's an option. Obviously, it could set up the Robbie rematch. I don't know. I mean, you know, he said he don't want to fight him again, but
and if Robbie
he's not really calling the shots anymore after this loss. He could fight Darren Till.
Yeah, I like if Robbie beats Colby. I love Ben and Colby. That's a fun fight, I think.
Well, if Colby beats Robbie. His next fight has got to be a title fight.
Or if Nate Diaz beats Pettis.
Diaz and
Ben versus
Askren.
Nate. Never even thought of that.
I don't know if Diaz would even take that fight. I don't think he would.
You don't?
I don't think Diaz would fight him.
Yeah, probably not since he lost. He'll probably just talk shit.
Yeah,
Leon
he
Edwards,
lost and he doesn't like to fight wrestlers, and yeah.
There's fights there for him. Leon Edwards.
I think, yeah, he could fight Leon Edwards. I think it would be Till or the
Colby,
loser,
Robbie, loser.
Colby and Robbie. But, I mean, Fleet was asking me, and it made me wonder too, how many fights he has left on his contract.
2.
He has 2 fights. How did you figure that out?
I'm
I looked
just
it up.
pretty sure he does.
I don't know, but
I thought he had a 4-fight contract.
yeah, so it's up to him because, I mean, the whole reason he came into the UFC was to prove that he was the best, and now that he has that loss, he's got to, I mean, I'm sure he's wondering where to go from here.
He's
2
wins away.
Yeah, he definitely still can work his way up, but it's how much, how long is he willing to stay in? It's really up to him, and, I mean, probably his next fight will decide if he... I imagine if he loses again, he might not stick around, but who knows? You never know.
If he loses again, he'll retire.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if he wins his next one and then he gets a top 4 or 3 guy...
he can be right back in it, you know?
Then Masvidal, I mean, I don't think he should get a title fight over Colby if Colby beats Robbie.
I don't either. Colby, I mean, I don't like Colby, but he does deserve to get his title fight. But who knows? They could give it to Masvidal, but...
Their teammates too.
Yeah.
But Colby said he'll fight.
Yeah,
Colby said he'll fight
Masvidal.
Masvidal.
They both said that.
He said he doesn't care.
Who does... RDA has a fight lined up, doesn't he?
I don't know. He just fought Kevin Lee. I feel like he does.
I think he has a fight lined up. I don't remember who he's fighting, though. Is it Leon?
Yeah, I think so.
So I forgot that they had that set up.
Yeah. When is that?
Yeah, he's fighting Leon Edwards July 20th, so pretty soon.
And maybe Ben fights... if Leon wins, Ben could fight him.
He could possibly fight Dos Anjos. I could see them making that.
Yeah. Dos Anjos is ranked 3rd, but I don't know. Maybe RDA would fight Masvidal.
There's really a lot of options in this division, too.
The whole top 10's loaded.
Yeah, this is a really loaded division.
More than that, shit. I mean, Leon Edwards is 11. Maya's still winning.
Yeah.
So
Maya just had a win, yeah.
Chiesa is not ranked, but he would give some of the... Oh, Chiesa versus Damian Maia.
Yeah. They could even possibly maybe Askren and Maya fight eventually, maybe. I don't know. There's really a lot of options. So,
all right, let's
a
go
lot
to
of
the next
interesting
one.
things. Yeah, you called it with Rockhold.
I called it, but I didn't pick Blachowicz.
Yeah, you picked Rockhold to win, but you were talking about...
I called it in the podcast. He didn't fix it.
He did not fix it. So that's the 2nd time he's broken his jaw now.
3rd knockout loss in his last 4 fights.
Yeah. Man.
Dana wants him to retire.
Yeah, I mean, he probably should.
Yeah, I mean, Blachowicz isn't even a knockout guy.
Yeah, I mean...
So...
I mean,
if
he
can't
obviously
take it
hit
from
him hard. He broke his jaw and knocked him out. And fuck, yeah, that was brutal. Yeah, he just left another left shot.
Blachowicz' last knockout win was so far 2014 against Latifi was Blachowicz' last knockout win.
Yeah.
So if you can't take it from Blachowicz, you're probably not taking it from Thiago Santos or
yeah, it might be
DC
time for him to. Well, he's not gonna fight DC, but it might be time for him to quit. I mean, I'm not the person to tell anybody they need to quit fighting, but
he's got a lot of other stuff he can do.
Yeah,
too.
Exactly. He's got other things to do, and
if I was a model, I wouldn't be wanting to get knocked out all the time.
Yeah, he keeps getting fucked up like this. He's not gonna be able to model anymore.
He only fights once a year anyway. Like, what's the? I mean, now he's never gonna be the best again, probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's just for his own health.
Yeah.
Sucks. I mean, I like Rockhold. I like watching him fight, but yeah, I mean...
Yeah, he's fought 3 times last 3 years.
Yeah.
So, he should probably hang it up. He was talking hella shit about that division, too.
I know. Yeah.
And I don't see anyone in the top 10 besides maybe Glover he would probably beat.
Yeah, and they were talking about him fighting Jones if he won.
I'm sure he would have. Because he would have been talking and people would have got behind it.
It's a crazy sport.
Yeah.
So, do we need to talk about Diego and Chiesa?
I mean, it happened exactly how I said it would. It was exciting grappling, and Chiesa just kept going for submission after submission.
Was
after
it? I
submission.
mean, was it exciting?
I liked it.
It was a weird fight.
I thought it was fun.
It was like, I mean, I said Diego, but I'd had a pretty good feeling he wasn't gonna win. I don't know, trying to keep it fun, but yeah, I mean, it was weird that Chiesa never really. I mean, he could have finished him. I don't know. It was just
I didn't think he'd be able to. I don't know.
Diego's obviously still tough, but it seems like Chiesa didn't really go for the finish. Maybe he just respected Diego, knowing that he's a tough guy, and he just didn't want to wear himself out going for it. Chiesa looked good.
Yeah, he dominated him.
Yeah, he dominated him. He killed him, but
It was
I don't know. It was a
size
weird
difference.
fight. Diego still tough as hell. Gilbert Melendez fought, still looked tough as hell. Just not,
Yeah, I mean,
not really gonna be able to contend anymore.
fuck, they could fight each other again
Oh yeah,
at lightweight.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I mean, they'd probably fight at 70.
I think Gilbert's fighting at 45, isn't he?
Did he just fight at 45?
I'm not positive.
No way.
He did before. Yeah, he
That
fought
was-
at
that was
45. He's fought at 45 his last two.
I didn't even think about that.
And Diego's fighting at 170, but he fights everywhere. He fights
Yeah.
145, 155, and 170.
Yeah, so that could be an interesting fight.
That'd be a cool going out for both of them because their first fight was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Diego's fought everyone, every single weight.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that was an amazing card. That was great. It was a lot of fun to watch. Good for, I mean, even though the one thing that sucked about it for me was Askren. I do like Jorge. That was a big one for him, obviously. A lot of exciting things to look forward to in all the divisions, really. So, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the best cards, in a while.
Yeah, I mean, we knew it would be. It was loaded. So the next card, we're not
I've
going
got
to
it
talk
right
about
here.
it. We probably won't talk about it today. We'll probably talk about it later in the week. But we mentioned it last time. It's not a great card.
There's, one fight on here that is really exciting is Josh Emmett and Bektik. I'd like to watch that fight.
UFC 240 is kind of crap, too.
No, Max Holloway, Frankie Edgar. I love that Canadian.
Is it,
If I try to
the
say
Canadian
his
gangster,
name,
all of
I'm
you?
gonna look like Canadian gangster. I'll just stick with that. Yeah, I love that guy. He lost. Has he lost his last two?
He lost his last fight. Let's look. He lost. Yeah, he lost to Hernandez and Gilbert Burns.
So I'll definitely be rooting for him.
But yeah,
Emmett and Bektik, that'll be a cool fight. Uriah Faber's coming back. I'm a big Uriah Faber fan, but I'm not really excited about it. I think he should stay retired.
Yeah, I think he's probably gonna lose.
Carl Roberson.
Yeah.
That's an exciting fight too. He's Corey Anderson's
Dariush is out. That fight's not happening anymore.
buddy. Oh yeah.
That got called off today.
And then Jermaine Durandman, which I don't give a shit about her.
I think Durandama's gonna
So.
beat the hell out of Aspen Ladd, but you never know. But
Probably.
we will come back later in the week to talk about that. Hit us up on Twitter at Rivalry MMA and let us know what you think. I'll be tweeting from there all week, ready to debate.